Sweet, sweet, sweet. You know, I probably don't need my sunglasses, so I just whaled them up there on shore, guys. Now, let's get on out here. You don't have to worry about sharks or jellyfish or any of that. So, am I recording too? Just making sure. Yep, 2:37 so far. See, because once you master this, guys, you know, and knowing the direction of the waves and all of this, you know. Yeah, guys, we're pretty far out here. But like I said, once you master all of this and, you know, like I said, with the nose, you know, then you can start, you know, whaling out. Ain't too bad, guys. You can start like getting all that extra stuff, right? Like I said, so the bugs, or the bugs, come on, Alyssa. So the sharks, right, don't come up and think you're a freaking seal, right? So, and like I said, that's also why I would like to know and learn how to sit on it, guys, like on my knees. I clearly can't stand up on it, but I clearly can sit, you know? So, holy cow. We're out here quite a ways, guys. Let's just get used to this a little bit here. Ain't too shabby, guys. You know, I mean, it looks really deep, you know, and that's also something with the keys, right? They trick you. And the Florida, whoa, what the heck is that? Okay, it's just the shadow of the paddleboard. Whew! In Florida, geez, that would be something to be alert about, guys. For real. And look, guys, you can see how far away I am, too. So. But also, guys, in Florida, if you did see that, it would also just be more than likely it would also just be, you would actually see their fin too. So it wouldn't just be like a, you know, yeah, see, this is about the chop that it was out in Horseshoe. So can handle this easily, guys. I don't like being back so far though. We'll slowly get there, guys. We will slowly get there. You just gotta, you know, take it slowly, you know. See, now in Florida, guys, I'm gonna have some in Florida, I'm gonna have some why can't I think right now? Pepper spray too, you know. Okay, there we go. I like this much better. See, I don't like the way that it chops around because I can't tell if I have the you know, the paddle out enough or what. But there just doesn't seem to be fish down here, guys. Like, even like looking down. Oh, sorry, guys. You were, yeah, even like looking down in here, like there's no fish. It's like, where are all the fish? Guys, where are they? I don't understand, guys. I don't understand. Guys, do you see all those drops too out here? Like, looks like some big fish are like hopping out, you know? See guys, look, we're getting out here, like I said, slowly, you know. See, I don't like that noise that the paddleboard makes. It's almost like it's, is it just hitting the waves, or like what is that exactly? I don't like it. Yeah guys, I just don't like, I don't know why I don't like that, but I don't. You guys can tell, slow and surely we'll get comfortable, right? That's what it's about. See, and I have to find a way to go concurrent to the shore while I'm in the chop. And that's why it's good to be in the middle of the paddleboard. Whoa. Yeah guys, this trough is something. But guys, there's just no fish. Yep, here comes that chop, guys. I went out there pretty far, guys. I like that. All right, so now, we'll just kind of wait here a couple minutes, catch our breath, and then we'll officially go out and do a GoPro drop, even though I don't think that there's going to be anything out there. But, you know, that's what we're going to do. So, be back on with you guys relatively soon. All right, guys, so it's a little bit later here. The water is starting to pick up a little bit, so we'll get on out here and check it out here. Just keep an eye on the conditions, Alyssa. You know, I'm gonna try to almost get out to those rocks, at least halfway in between. And this chop, though, the way that it's coming in here, you know, to try to get the best, you know, you almost have to, like, to get the best, like, what am I trying to say right now? Like, you know, the most for your money, right? So the most for your swing, you have to, like, keep it at the nose, you know? You have to keep your current going too. Okay guys, we're almost there. Guys, there has to be fish down here. I'm just not seeing them. All right guys, this is good here. Let's officially get that out from underneath. Alyssa, why did you sit on the rope? That is terrible to do, girl. Come on. See, and also know the chop and know how the waves are gonna come, right? And Alyssa. Gosh, girl. Get it together. All right, so as you guys can see, wait, did it get carried the whole way out there? Here, I'm trying to show you guys and keep it all together at the same time. Yeah, guys, it's way over here. Why in the heck did it go the whole way over here? I don't understand, guys. Oh. Guys, did the chop carry me that much in that little bit of time? If it did, holy cow, I am not prepared the way that I thought I was. Yeah. All right, guys. Yeah, you can see it down there. Look. It's not even, guys, that's not even deep at all. Guys, I can hardly believe that. That's all the deeper it is out here. Okay, well, maybe we just won't do GoPro drops in the Lake Erie because it is just not deep, guys. It looks like it would be deep. Right now, if I was back in, oh my God, Alyssa, girl, you gotta get it together. Stop sitting on the line, you know? But yeah, guys, this is definitely not deep enough, so, you know, if I could even see the anchor, then I could definitely see some fish, and there's just nothing. But hey, guys, this is good for the chop, you know? You need to know the chop. I'll show you guys the chop. You guys can also see, based upon that water bottle on the shore, well, actually you can see the sunglasses on that, like a little bit of a volcano it looks like. That is where I threw the sunglasses when I came in, when I came out, so. Definitely good on the, you know, hey, this is how fast conditions can change. You know, and obviously out in Florida, I was more prepared, right? Like I didn't sit on the, you know, the line that goes down for the anchor, so, you know, yeah. Out in Florida is better for this, guys. And here I am practicing this again. Yep, come on in. Very similar to the ocean, guys. All right. Very similar. Look, guys, there I am sitting on the freaking Alyssa. So maybe, guys, having it anchored in the back is the best. Get up on shore. Whew. Alright, guys, so I'm satisfied with all of that. It was pretty freaking good, you know? So, alright, we got some good practice with all of that. We'll officially swim here for a little bit, and then we will we'll swim here for a little bit, and then we'll there's a helicopter coming somewhere. There it is, way out there. Yeah, that's a rescue helicopter. It's all red. They have that in Miami too. So yeah, that's the rescue helicopter, guys. Look at it, flying out there to that wreck. Wasn't it that wreck though over there whenever we came in? I don't remember. Here, we'll watch it come in. Or maybe that's a fire helicopter. I hope you guys can see it. I'll probably have to zoom in on it a little bit. Alright, guys, so like I said, that was really good with, you know, a lot more chop than in Horseshoe Beach, you know. I didn't go out as far because it just doesn't go out that far. So yeah, we'll officially keep rolling here, and I'll take you guys out and we'll just walk out underneath the water like yesterday. So yep, talk to you guys soon. Alright guys, here we go. We'll officially walk on out. I did just look myself, and yes, indeedy, it does pretty well as far as these bottoms, so that's good. So we'll officially stick you guys under. Just like the friend zone, right? Just like that music video, right? And it's like, all right, guys, we're not gonna be doing all that though, especially with these three guys around. They could take it the wrong way, you know. And that kind of look too that they're doing over there. That also goes off what I had said before about, you know, they're in their own little world, and you're just like, alrighty then. Alrighty then. Yeah, anyhow, guys, you can tell where their mind is. So, yeah. Officially keep going here. So, yeah, guys, I mean, I was almost out to here, so I was only at probably, what, 9 feet deep? Maybe 10 at the most. You know? Because I'm almost 6 feet, and I'm standing on my tippy toes now, you know. And yeah, I would say just a little bit out from there. So, you know, with the slow progression too, right? Like now I'm still in my belly button, now I'm out of my belly button. So yeah, guys, oh my god, look how I'm way out there. So it's probably, you know, yeah, I would say it's probably only about 10 feet, and you guys saw too. I'm curious to re-watch my film and see, you know, if the chop literally carried me all that way, you know, because it's really good to know, guys, you know. This was obviously much more than horseshoe, but actually, yeah, just a little bit actually, with the, like you can see 1, 2, 3, 4. Now let's count them here. So here, let's count it. Ready? 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. I'm basing it from when it's hitting me. 1, 2. Yep. 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so there it just suddenly calmed down, right? Just like Carissa says, guys, this stuff can change very quickly. So always be aware. All right, guys. We could probably do some anchoring now that we know how deep it is too. So let's try to get up on the paddleboard from the from the swimming position, which means I'm gonna have to get back on it and head on out here. So yeah, let's do that. Here we go. Hey guys, I just thought, so if I'm going out with the life jacket, how am I gonna get back? Well, that's simple. What I have to do is I'm gonna have to basically go out, so I know that I'm gonna have to literally swim out to it. Do you know what I'm saying? Because I was like, wait, well, how am I gonna get off of it then? I would have to have the life vest on the paddleboard, and yeah, that's what I have to do. So why don't I get a little bit of practice actually swimming, right, in the waves again, and then we can officially do that. Because I was like, wait, what the heck, Alyssa? Think for a second here. How are you gonna, you know, you're gonna have to take this off, swim back to shore, and then from shore swim out there. So yeah, let's officially get some practice. Okay, car keys are down there. You know, and I could also, actually, I could stick you guys in the ground. Yeah, I could stick you guys in the ground too. Then you guys can get a really good idea, you know, so you guys can see the entirety of it. And I think that's what we'll do. Alright guys, here we go. Alright guys, so there's a misstepped Thursday. So first you have to get on the snorkel, right? Because now you have on no glasses, so you can have on the snorkel. So you have to get on the snorkel and do it from a snorkel stance. And since you're not going to be having on the fin, well, first you have to master that, then you have to master the fins. But I mean, you're not going to be going from, you know, snorkeling to the paddleboard and then back to shore with the fins on. So just best to practice with just the snorkel piece itself at first, and then you can work with the way with the fins, and then go out there and do your kicks, right? You know, and all of that. So that's how you have to do it. So let's put away this paddleboard stuff, and then let's officially do that. So here we go. All right, guys, this is it. This is showtime. Hey everyone, your girl Liz here. So as you guys can see, they officially came and said that I can't be out here. I can only go in up until my knees or 10 feet, whichever is closer. So it doesn't make sense that you would have people take their paddleboards out when there's no lifeguards, and then they also can't, the same rules apply when they're not around the lifeguards. It doesn't really make sense. You would think that if you're in lifeguard view, you could be on the paddleboard out as far as you want, to an extent. It definitely, again, doesn't make any sense. So what we'll do, honestly, is we'll just wait until we're in Florida. Florida has their stuff together. Obviously, they always say in Florida, and actually said at Horseshoe Beach, no lifeguards, swim at your own risk. So, yes, that's what we'll do. We'll just wait until we're in Florida. The mistake that I made right there was super easy to catch as well. It was also knowing my limits, right? So saving the energy and just knowing that, you know, you can see enough to know that the chop has stayed the same. So because of that, you know, again, don't take off that mask and then be like, oh my God, you know, I'm gonna lose my trail cam strap, right, to keep everything up. But you guys did see what happened was that trail cam strap loosened, and the hose for my snorkel ended up at the wrong spot. So that's also why it locked up on me again. So we might have to invest in a new snorkel, one that I know that will stay up. And yeah, you know, depending on how well I do as well, I can always just you know, take and get like an actual tube snorkel, right? So once I know I'm good enough, you know, as far as snorkeling, yeah. So like I said, it's definitely crazy, you know. Like I said, you go to where there's no lifeguards, but the okay, so you're worried about safety. Well, then let them do the paddleboard at the in lifeguard range. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, yeah, it doesn't make sense. You know, Coquina Beach didn't say that to me, right? It's like, hey, you know, you must be new. You know, we can tell you're kind of newer, right? Because you have on your life vest while you're practicing, you know, so just, you know, stay at this area, you know? It's like, no, there was people all around. It's, again, guys, the rules up here don't make much sense. You know, they take away the fun of it. Florida does not take away the fun, guys. So we will officially just wait until we're in Florida and live it up. So, yeah. Yeah, like I said, you know, I got that whole day there. You know, if I want to, you know, I can go snorkeling at Horseshoe Beach again, and then I can work my way out. You know what I'm saying? To No Name Key that first day. You know, that's what I have to do. That's what I have to do, because Florida knows how to let people enjoy their time. You can't really enjoy your time here. You know, it's a little bit too, you know, I don't know. Maybe increase the time that people come through here. Maybe, you know, that makes sense too. Because that's my first time seeing her here all day today. So maybe increase the time that people come through here, you know, increase lifeguards, but then again, you're having to hire them. Again, there's a lot that goes into it, but there still should be some way. Yeah. So, like, obviously, Florida doesn't not care about people's safety, right? But obviously, again, there is that second half that is very vital, right? So, yes, liability is part of it too, right? Like I said, a lot of people shouldn't ever go to inpatient psych places, in my opinion, but the doctor has to do it because of liability, right? Like, and I shared that before, right? So if a person who has never made any attempt on their life, maybe they were a little bit depressed the day before, right? And they have they wake up super groggy and they just pour out a whole bunch of pills, and they're not thinking because they're groggy. They take 8, right? Maybe they have a terrible headache and they accidentally take 8, right? And they're the little circle ibuprofen. Anything over 5 is considered an overdose, right? So was it an overdose trying to take their life, or was it an accidental overdose? Well, again, you appeared to be depressed a couple days before, right? Again, more than likely they would probably follow through because of liability, right? So Yeah, obviously. So that's why that sign has to be there, right? So it's like, well, you willingly knew, right, that you could possibly be in danger. You could be in danger anywhere, right? Just like alligators, right, in Florida, right? There, any body of water could have an alligator in it, right? Or a crocodile. So, yeah, because of that, I know that. I thought she was, yeah, anyhow, guys, that was a little bit crazy. But yes, it's like, yeah, any alligator, right? Any body of water can have an alligator in it, right? So it's like, I again, just don't agree with a lot of the rules around here, but that's okay, right? Because we'll be in Florida, guys, in 3 months, you know, so we'll have no issue being in the Keys in 3 months, enjoying our time in the Keys. So, yeah, I'm not gonna let these weird rules not make any sense. So, yeah, anyway, guys, I'll get back to my car, yeah, I will share on here too, even though this GoPro film is separate today. Also, you know, obviously, you know, speaking of like authoritative figures, right, having an issue with them. So obviously she's an authoritative figure too, to an extent. She obviously doesn't have the ability to arrest, right? So if I was really doing something crazy, she couldn't arrest me. She'd have to call police, because only police have the authority to arrest people. But it's like, yeah, so you seem to be, again, the only authoritative figure, because, like, speaking of the 302, right, that is a thing in healthcare where healthcare officials have authoritative figures, right, and authoritative role. So, again, you seem to be the only person I talk to like that, though. So that should be an indicator that you try to change your actions and maybe look past something for once and show me that you look past something, right? And hopefully me sharing an example then of in this day and age, back in December, with that girl at the supermarket, hopefully that would be enough to make them just choose to say something. But they can't. They'll take the easy way out and probably say, well, you only have 15 minutes, right? Yeah, anyhow, guys, so let's officially keep rolling here. And remember, you're not the only patient, right? So that can also, again, goes off what I said yesterday with, well, you just know you're not alone. That's also how somebody who's already mentally ill could pacifies that even, right? It's like, well, you're not the only one, right? It's used to put people in their place. Well, you're not the only one who suffers. It's another way to just say, just be okay with it, right? Kind of thing. So, holy cow, look at it coming in now. So, yeah, guys, like I said, I'll officially just probably tan out here until about noon, and then I will go get some mini golf done, you know, and then, yeah, we'll enjoy our time. So, here we go. So, I'll have to check and see how long it was, but, you know, that was maybe only, about 5 minutes at the most, so, like I said, you should definitely, but then also then, I mean, you're disrupting people who just want to lounge around, but not really, because that four-wheeler's not that loud, you know what I'm saying? So, there's definitely a lot that could be done up here to let people super enjoy, you know? But anyhow, guys, we'll officially, like I said, call it okay, and just enjoy Florida in 3 months. So, anyhow, I'll talk to you guys later. Hey guys, I was just thinking as well as to what I said. So obviously, negligence is also in that too. So it's like they know that there's a vital second half of the statement. Even if people are showing that safety is first, right? Meaning safety first, so no lifeguard, right? You're letting them know no lifeguard, that's safety first. Swim at your own risk, and then that covers the second half of the statement, right? Because that it would be negligence. It's like, well, you know, you didn't let us know, right? So now we're trying to come after you, right, for money. Well, again, you can't do that, because again, there is two halves of that, right? So, I mean, in a way, that's good, right? Because they're showing, right? Like I said before with the pills, right? Helping people is first, right? Liability, here's everything will happen to me, right? Is second, right? So if you did, you know, that's more going towards you only care about liability if you put in somebody for, you know, 8 pills. So, yeah, like I said, you know, they cover the safety first, right? And then they always have that second half just to cover themselves. So, anyhow, guys, like I said, let's keep rolling though. Oh my god. Good throw. Guy wheeled that stone. Alright, guys, let's officially keep tanning. I'm gonna tan my back. I also gotta shave my freaking legs, guys. Whew. Really gotta shave my legs. So, anyhow, guys, we'll officially keep rolling now, and I'll talk to you guys soon. That was so close, guys. I almost got him. Flipping blackbirds. I like them, but they're pretty. They're tips. Look at them. Oh my god. Sitting right there. They're doing self-defense practice. So, anyhow, guys, just want to come on and show those birds. They're really cool.